one that asked for war. So I'm dead bolting the door. You ain't my man no more. So sorry, my hand's heavy with a silver knife. Come close, you gotta taste its bite. This'll be the last drunken night. You hurt me, you don't know how long I have tried. I sacrifice my sense of pride for you. Just look at what that choice has led me to. And now the truth is shining through. I'm sorry, baby, you don't get to give me back. I'm ready to open my eyes to the cold, hard truth in my face. You hit my limits on how much abuse this woman's willing to take. You hear me, coy smile, and I bit my tongue. Every time they told me what you'd done, I stood by, didn't cut and run. But now, boy, you're guilty, so don't you dare come after me, unless you plan to leave crawling. High time to spend some time on your knees, dragging your own baggage. You don't know how long I have tried. I sacrifice my sense of pride for you. And just look at what that choice has led me to. Now the truth is shining through. I'm sorry, baby, you don't get to give me back. I'm ready to open my eyes to the cold, hard truth in my face. You hit my limits on how much abuse this woman's willing to take. Open my eyes to the cold, hard truth in my face. You hit my limit on how much abuse this woman's willing to take.
Dutch girls are beautiful, Dutch girls are skinny, drape themselves in wonderful clothes that look expensive, clothes that look like nothing I've ever seen. And Dutch girls are funny, but only when they wanna be. Dutch girls are cagey, won't be who you want them to be. They'll drive you crazy, or they'll make you wonder just who you are and what you're doing with a Dutch girl. Oh, I wanna be a Dutch girl, but I won't make you wait, I won't make you wonder, I will make you breakfast and I won't drag you under, I will make you happy, I will make you crazy, I will take you tonight, I want you to be my baby tonight, just for a night. And Dutch
books, burn your iPad instead. Throw some Kindles on the fire till it's all just twisted melting wire. Don't burn books, burn your iPad instead. Throw some Kindles on the fire till it's all just twisted melting wire. It's not uncommon to catch myself having stared at my laptop all day long, and I think, why don't I read a book or go outside? So don't burn books, burn your iPad instead. Throw some Kindles on the fire till it's all just twisted melting wire. Don't burn books, burn your iPhone instead. Crush your Android with some pliers till it's all just twisted mangled wire. Somehow I don't really feel like checking my email or even my Facebook page. I'd rather write an old-fashioned letter, or maybe just go out and play. So don't burn books, burn your iPad instead. Throw some Kindles on the fire till it's all just twisted melting wire. Don't burn books, smash your laptop instead. You can't punch me in the Facebook when I'm outside riding bikes instead. Don't burn books, burn your iPhone instead. Crush your Android with some pliers till it's all just twisted mangled wire. Turn it off. So don't burn books, burn your iPad instead. Throw some Kindles on fire till it's all just twisted melting wire. Don't burn books, burn your iPad instead. Throw some Kindles on fire till it's all just twisted melting wire.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the rages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated
All
for
right.
the stage.
Check, check. We'll sort that out in a moment. Hello, Happy New Year. Welcome to the Bushwick Book Club. Seattle presents original music inspired by Percival Everett's James. My name is Wes Waddell. I am Associate Director of Bushwick Northwest, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that works to deliver literature, music, and songwriting to the Seattle community while building the next generation of musicians and readers. I am an almost 6 foot even white guy who kept his pandemic facial hair, and am wearing my most recent thrift store pearl snap. And I also want to tell you that the Bushwick Book Club Seattle acknowledges that our organization is headquartered and our events take place on the traditional and unceded lands of the Coast Salish people, including the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish. We invite our audiences to learn more about whose land they occupy and experience and suggest native-land.ca as a starting place. If you're here in the room with us tonight, welcome. Thank you for braving rain and parking and half a freeway to make it here. If you're joining us from home, thank you for doing that, for getting the link right, clicking, all the things that are involved. We're still live streaming, and we're happy to be doing it. It's good to be together. All right, Percival Everett's James. Who's read it? All right, who has read Huckleberry Finn, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn? Who has ever been on a raft? Okay. Who's ever started a fire? Okay, oh, good. And I mean, I can only do so many of these without getting into spoiler territories, but who has ever thought a story needed a little rewriting? Okay, all right, very, very good. In James, Percival Everett takes a red pen to the American literary canon and sets it on fire. Now James gets the narrative he was denied in Twain's classic, revealing a mind as sharp as the satire and a heart as big as the Mississippi. Slavery, subversion, and a whole lot of side-eye. This winner of the Pulitzer Prize and National Book Award is the remix Huck Never Saw Coming. What's going to happen is this. We will have a show in 2 acts with an intermission. Each of those acts will feature numerous different stellar performers who have all read the book, found inspiration somewhere in the text, and written an original, never-before-heard song that they're going to share with you right here. After the intermission, there will also be a quiz, which you, as the audience, can enter. If you're posting about tonight, feel free to use the hashtag Bushwick Book Club. Does anybody even use those anymore? These are the parts of my notes that I recycle. Anyway, feel free to use the hashtag Bushwick Book Club Seattle and tag away. Tonight, you will hear brand new songs inspired by James from Vince Martinez, Del Rey, Amy Laybourn, Amber Flame, Nessa Grasing, Cyd Smith, Chris Poage, Havilah Rand, and Reggie Garrett. Can we get them some early rounds of applause? And let's get it started. First up tonight is Vince Martinez. Vince Martinez is an Americana singer-songwriter originally from Santa Fe, New Mexico, known for his honest, straightforward music. He is a founding participant with the Bushwick Book Club Seattle and a current board member of Bushwick Northwest, the 501c3 nonprofit that oversees present operations. If you have thoughts, send them to Vince. Vince has joined us in the past for original music inspired by Violetta, The Devil's Highway, The Parable of the Sower, The Count of Monte Cristo, and dozens more. Here to get us started is Vince Martinez.
Thank you, Wes. Hi, everybody, in person and online. A visual description of myself. Wes asked us to give them. I am a 5.5-foot, relatively short Hispanic male with facial hair, wearing a really cool cowboy shirt that's got agave plants on it, and wearing an orange kerchief that my mother-in-law gave me for Christmas, which I love. So I was really happy to read this book and write a song inspired by it. I've been working on the song for a little while. I was thought about all the injustice that happens in the book and that happens in the world. And I've always tried to be an optimist. In my work, I work in the climate change area in the built environment and try to be optimistic about the future despite all of the challenges that we currently witness and see. And I always think back to the Martin Luther King reference about the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. And I was researching a little bit about that, and I found out that it wasn't actually Martin Luther King that said that. It was actually this abolitionist preacher in the mid-1800s named Theodore Parker, and I'm just going to read you the actual quote from it that's usually paraphrased in Martin Luther King's sermon. It says, "I do not pretend to understand the moral universe. The arc is a long one. My eye reaches but little ways. I cannot calculate the curve and complete the figure by experience of sight. I can divine it by conscience, and for what I see, I am sure it bends towards justice. I sure hope so. That's my still feeling. It might be long. It might take us a while, but bend towards justice. Theodore Parker also had in a sermon, a government of all the people, by all the people, for all the people, which of course became part of the Gettysburg Address. So I'm hopeful that we can take some of those things and we can see a brighter future ahead of us. This song also has some references. It's called The Long Arc, but has references in the story around having to play dumb and pretend that you're less than in order to survive. And it's really a sad and shocking piece, but recognizing that there is power in understanding yourself and in books and in reading and in thought, and that comes through in the story. So that's in here too. So here we go. How can a man own land, let alone another man? Yet to a slaver, I'm just property, a beast to buy and sell, as if there's more you need to tell. Who's gone to heaven? Who's gone to hell? Break their spirits, keep them still. It's that free will that they kill, till there's no choice but survival. Let them think they are less, smoke and mirrors at their best. Stay alive, but run and hide from the revival. Chains that lash on the back, always running, trying to get back to you. Gotta get back to you. My one and only son, the wife of my life, a daughter enslaved, afraid that I might lose you. So I do what I do. It's a long arc to justice and truth. What would it mean to me to think that I might be free? Such a concept never dawned on me. I was born in chains, never thought that might change. Played it safe, never came against the grain. Keep it hidden, dumb it down. They can't know you know the sounds of the words you read. There is power on the page, a key to escape your cage. You can learn, it's your turn to take the stage. Write these words to be heard. Take James for a name. I know that it's mine, something I can claim, but not you. No, I can't claim you. My one and only son, the wife of my life, a daughter enslaved, afraid that I might lose you. So I do what I do. Thank you.
Vince Martinez. All right. We have this. This mic is on now. You can catch Vince Martinez in his next performance February 12th in Kirkland for original music inspired by Kira Jane Buxton's Hollow Kingdom, a new series Bushwick is doing at Kirkland Performance Center. If you have not read Hollow Kingdom by local award-winning author Kira Jane Buxton, all you need to know is that the narrator is a foul-mouthed crow from Ravenna. Up now is Del Rey. Del Rey has been playing guitar since age 4 and played her first gig at age 14 at the San Diego Folk Festival in 1974. She hasn't been playing the banjo nearly so long. Del has joined us in the past for original music inspired by A People's History of the United States, Pride and Prejudice, Moby Dick, Akata Witch, Slaughterhouse-Five, Grimm's Fairy Tales, Brokeback Mountain, and our partnership with Jack Straw Cultural Center. Del Rey.
I had a banjo for a long time when I went at the folk festival. I had a banjo and I had a fiddle, and I'd been playing guitar, and I came home one day and I couldn't find my banjo or my fiddle, and I asked my dad, my ne'er-do-well dad, where's my banjo and my fiddle? He's like, oh, honey, I had to pawn those. And I never saw them again because I just think he couldn't stand it anymore. The guitar wasn't quite so piercing. Gentlemen and ladies in your fine silk gowns, your every step up pushes someone else down. Fine pensees, pretty sachets, the Bible and a bull hide whip. Searching for beauty and everything true. Everything you find looks just like you. Sentiments fine like sparkling wine. The Bible and a bull hide whip. Whether it's the Bible or Enlightenment philosophy, not clergy nor Voltaire, points out the hypocrisy of universities and gardens, sugar, tea, and silk, you pardon, marble halls, museum walls, cotton, chocolate, gold, your bargains, fine pensees, pretty sachets, the Bible, and a bull hide whip. It's the Bible or Enlightenment philosophy, not clergy nor Voltaire, points out the hypocrisy of universities and gardens, sugar, tea, and silk, you pardon, marble halls, museum walls, cotton, coffee, gold, the bargains, fine pensees, pretty sachets, the Bible, and a bull hide whip. Gentlemen and ladies in your fine silk gowns, your every step up pushes someone else down.
If you want to hear more of that, and I can't possibly understand why you wouldn't, you can catch Del on March 30th at the Royal Room down there in Columbia City. Del also came out with me and with Reggie Garrett, who's on the bill tonight, to KBCS radio studios in Bellevue yesterday. KBCS has been a wonderful community partner this year and is having a couple of performers out before every show. So it was really nice to make the trip out there with Del and Reggie yesterday and talk a little and play a little. All right. Up next is Amy Laybourn. Amy Laybourn is a musician and artist with a passion for creativity and community. She just released her first EP, Streaks of Gold. Yeah, do that. Give her another one of those. Yes. Which celebrates finding moments of light, hope, and inspiration amidst the struggle. Creativity and connection are at the heart of Amy's music, and she hopes to inspire others to follow their whispers and find the courage to discover their true selves. Amy has joined us in the past for original music inspired by Glory, Parable of the Sower, Stamped, and Aesop's Fables. Amy Laybourn.
I was really drawn to this book, and in particular the use of language, and language being in so many different forms, like reading language and understanding language, and then the juxtaposition of pretending not to be able to read, and same thing with writing words and pretending you can't write words, but you can write words. This is The Slave Jim. If you have not read the book, he teaches himself how to be literate by basically sneaking and stealing books, borrowing them. And there's this sort of duality between speaking like a slave and sort of the dialect, and being an educated person who can speak in an educated way. And Vince referred to this a little bit, but that kind of really struck me, and having to dumb yourself down and sound a certain way in order to survive. So that was what inspired this piece. And my friend Havilah is going to sing some backups with me. If you get inspired and want to sing along on the chorus, you're free to do that. It sort of is inspired by the revival minstrel song sort of piece of the book as well, where there's sort of like the repeating phrases. So this is called When I Get to the Other Side. Thank you.
I stole, I cheated and lied, broke my hope for your God, but not mine. And I hold my head up high when I get to the other side, when I get to the other side. Stuck out my lip to be sad and confused, an expression I reserve only for you. Mumble up some words and some nonsense too. I know my role in what I gotta do. I know my role in what I gotta do. Well, I stole, I cheated and lied, broke the rules of your God, but not mine. And I will hold my head up high when I get to the other side, when I get to the other side. You folks expect me to sound a certain way, so I'm serving up the feeling of superiority. The more I can make you believe in this game, the more I can make it through another day, the more I can make it through another day. Yeah, I stole, I cheated and lied, broke the rules of your God, but not mine. And I will hold my head up high when I get to the other side, when I get to the other side. The better the feel, the safer we are. Always running in my heart, but I never get far. The more better they feel, the more safer we be. Holding on to running for you and me. Holding on to running for you and me. That's why I stole, I cheated, I lied, broke the rules of your God, but not mine. I hold my head up high when I get to the other side, when I get to the other side. I'm filled with the
the voices of fear and rage, but I gotta save that story for another page. The power of my words, the sound of my soul, what I feel inside. No one can control what I see inside. No one can control. Hold your tongue and the secrets inside. Don't speak first, never look in the eye. Hold that thought and the urge to grin. Don't name names, always let them win. Hold your tongue and the secrets inside. Don't speak first, never look in the eye. Hold your thought and the urge to grin. Don't name names, always let them win. Yeah, I stole, I cheated, I lied, broke the rules till you got but not mine. Now I hold my head up high when I get to the other side. And I stole, I cheated, I lied, broke the rules of your God, but not mine. Now I hold my head up high when I get to the other side. And I stole, I cheated, I lied, broke the rules of your God, but not mine. Now I'll hold my head up high when I get to the other side. When I get to the other side. When I get to the other side.
Amy Laybourn.
Thank you. I also forgot to tell you, inspired by this whole idea of making music inspired by the book, I made a piece of art inspired by the book too. So that's at my merch booth if you want to check it out, a little James-inspired piece. Thank you.
Definitely check out Amy's stuff over at the merch tables and info tables there. We also have lots of the performers have information. We have lots of information about the organization. I should also mention, if you want to see Amy again soon, you can see Amy February 4th at the Sunset Tavern, February 28th at Old Stove Brewing. If you think to yourself, these are a lot of dates and a lot of people coming at you fast, I'm not going to remember that. We have just the thing for you. We keep a digital program for every one of these shows that we do, and we even make QR codes because no one's had a better last 5 years than the QR code. Left for Dead and is just strong. Now that's how you order food. And but if you go to the QR code or bit.ly/James-PGM James program, you can see the entire lineup tonight. You can find people's websites. You can find their socials. You can sign up on their email lists because that's how you can actually get the message that they want to send you, not the one that the larger companies want. And it's all there for you. And we'll live as long as we have power. Up next, Amber Flame is an award-winning multi-genre writer and interdisciplinary artist. Flame is author of poetry collections Ordinary Cruelty and Apocrypha, and deputy publisher and co-founder of Generous Press. Flame is at work on a third poetry manuscript and essay collection, a film, and a romance novel, while touring as a singer-songwriter with her original blues band, Last of the Red Hot Mamas. Fun fact, Flame is one of a very small number of people who have been featured by Bushwick as both a musician and an author. We did Ordinary Cruelty in the 2020-2021 all virtual all the time season, which lives online, funny enough. Amber has joined us in the past for oh so many books. Latest was Ross Gay's The Book of Delights. Amber Flame.
Thank you, Wes. And thank you, Bushwick. I love, which is why there's oh so many. I love this night. If you're not reading the books alongside, you're missing out. But James, wow, Percival Everett kind of did that thing, huh? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so I am a very short-shorn, very light-skinned black person wearing a black turtleneck and some wide whale cords of a brownish olive-ish color, carrying a black guitar, and wearing glasses. For those of you who might need that description. So I was walking into this book being like, ooh, it's going to be funny. Percival Everett is funny. And there were moments. Sure, there were moments. How many of you read Mark Twain as like a required reading? Yeah? How many of you were like, a little obsessed with Mark Twain, thought he was like the greatest thing ever. It's okay, I did too. Like, it's all right, yeah? There was that moment, right? And then, you know, you grow up, and you learn some things, and then you learn some things. And it's rough. So what I really love about this book is that it took this familiar story and it did this thing. And I love books that do that thing, where they like give you all the familiar context. I'm a church kid, so when people do this with a Bible story, I'm like, yeah, right? Where they take it and they're just like, burp. What happens when I skew your perspective a little bit? And so I was really inspired by this idea of like, what is a skewed perspective? What does it mean to be constantly living the skewed perspective? What does it mean to constantly reckon with the fact that you are like trying to live one life and another life is being imposed upon you? And then I was really captivated by the scene where they're teaching the kids, "Oh, Lottie, miss, do I smell smoke?" You know, instead of like, the house is on fire, you know, like you can't tell them. You gotta like let them know without letting them, like, all your shit is burning up, but you might wanna go get that, you know, kind of thing. So I got really stuck on that, and then I really got stuck on this idea of like, when you gotta go, you have to go. When you have to go, you have to go. When like living this life is worse than whatever consequence could possibly be on the other side of trying something else. And what does it take to get to that point? So that's the inspiration for this song. And I need your help. You can help me? Yes, I love an enthusiastic, yep. Okay, so there's a part where I want like this side, as much of this side as wants to do it, y'all can do it too. This side, you're gonna say, "Never let them catch you coming." Can you try it? Never let them catch you coming. And you're going to respond with, "Never let them watch you go." And then right in the middle, all together, we're going to say, "Run, run, run." Okay? Let's try it. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Run, run, run. You got it. I believe in you, and I'll try to indicate. And if we mess it up, we'll mess it up together. It's a community song. That's how it goes. Whew. It's been a minute. Can you just turn the guitar down so I just don't pay attention to it? Actually, Cameron, I was wrong. I don't need more in the monitor. I need to ignore where I'm at in my guitar playing tonight. We're going to do junky guitar tonight. Gather round, children, let me teach you the rules. This is how we study the master's tools. Learn them better than they do. Don't you think they'll work for you? They don't think pain is something we can feel. They don't believe they'll reap what they sow. We refuse to be brought to heel. And you got a name they don't know. Here we go. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Let's try it again. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Now together. Run, run, run. Nice. You can die for a whim. Beat you bloody while they sing their hymns. Listen better than you're heard. Don't let them know you understand a word. They don't think pain's something we can feel. They don't believe they'll reap what they sow. Refuse to be brought to heel. You got a name they don't know. Here we go. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Run, run, run. Let's do it again. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Here we go. Run, run, run. Gather round, children, I'll teach you the trick. When you get a chance, get gone quick. You gotta learn how to, gonna be hounded at every turn. Sometimes to get free, the whole house gotta burn. They don't think pain is something we can feel. They don't believe you'll reap what they sow. We refuse to be brought to heel. And you got a name they don't know. Here we go. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Run, run, run. Nice. Take what you need and take all you can. Remember you're a stranger in a foreign land. Dream something better than we've known. Your story's the only one you can own. They don't believe pain is something we can feel. They don't believe they'll reap what they sow. We refuse to be brought to heel. You got a name they don't know. Here we go. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Run, run, run. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Run, run, run. One more. Never let them catch you coming. Never let them watch you go. Run, run, run. Thank you.
Amber Flame. Flame is guest curating We Belong Together, a series of 3 free public events for Seattle Public Library. The first, Rooting for the Future, is Sunday, January 25th at 3:30 p.m. at the Central Library branch. There is one more song before intermission, and then there are a whole bunch more songs. But right before that happens, I want to bring up Emily Persia and Evelyn. Emily is Bushwick's social media manager, just to tell you a little bit about the membership program that we run here.
Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you. Baby's first time on the stage. Woo! Wow, look at it. Look at him. Thank you all for being here. I'm Emily Persia, social media manager, tall redhead with a 5-month-old baby on my hip. And it's so great to see such a lively audience, and we exist because of your participation and your continued belief in this organization. It's hard to be a nonprofit these days, and it's hard to be an organization that stands for truth and stands for bringing people together and having hard conversations and reading books that bring up topics that make some folks uncomfortable. And we believe that that's important, and we're not going to stop doing that. But to be able to continue doing that, we do need our community's support and involvement. And that's where you come in. Thank you for being here tonight. And if you are not a member yet, we would love to have you join the Bushwick Book Club as a sustaining member. And there are a bunch of cool perks that go along with that. And if you are interested in becoming a member, we can talk to you at the merch table during intermission or after the show. You can join for as little as $5 a month, and that goes a long way in sustaining this organization, paying for the songwriters you hear tonight, the artists, the designers, sound engineers, photographers, our production team. I'm sure Wes is going to be telling you more about style in a bit, and all of the amazing things that we do, bringing songwriting to our youth, which is obviously pretty important to me. So please consider joining us as a sustaining member, and I look forward to seeing you at many more shows. Thank you so much. Way to go, Evelyn.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Evelyn. We have a print of the poster for James, done by our seasoned graphic designer, Barbie Statman. Every performer tonight has signed it. That is up for silent auction bid, so take a look at that. That's one way you can support. Something that we learned last year is that it's important when the numbers go up with each successive bid. So if you need a refresher the way that works, right? If you put your name under somebody else's, the number you put after that should be higher than the one after that. That is how this silent auction works. Another perk of membership that has just shown up last season is members, including anyone who joins tonight, can come up at the end of the show and take a book from the member bookshelf. You cannot take my copy of James. That's the only rule. I did not specify that the first time we did it, and I lost my copy of Fahrenheit 451. So it goes. It's fine. It went to a better home. That's good. Anyway, the member bookshelf is also in play. Thank you all so much. We have one more song before intermission, and then we have a quiz, and then we have more songs. And this is Nessa Grasing. Nessa Grasing is a singer, songwriter, artist, and educator. Born in New York City, she attended SUNY Purchase, where she earned her ill-advised music degree. There, she opened for artists such as Mitski, Jeffrey Lewis, and Japanese Breakfast. She relocated to Seattle in 2017. Fun fact, Nessa is one of a very small number of people who have performed for both the original Bushwick Book Club in Brooklyn and the Bushwick Book Club Seattle, right? Nessa has joined us in the past for original music inspired by The Phantom Toll Booth, Aesop's Fables, City of Orange, and more. Nessa Grasing!
Thank you so much, Wes. Hi, I'm Nessa, and I am a white woman, and so I'm just going to jump right into my song. This isn't the first time I've struggled to write a song for the Bushwick Book Club. That's all right. Some books are just harder to superimpose my own perspective upon, and it shows. James is a man whom we once knew as Jim, but Percival Everett said there's more to him than what Mark Twain had written his old picaresque. His representation was far from the best, so he aimed to make him human. Sought to make the story truer. But I'm a white woman, and how can I know the horror and violence of a life bought and sold? I flip through the pages and search for my song, but making this one all about me feels wrong, 'cause I can only speak to what I know. You say, isn't that the whole point? You read and discover new sides of the coin. With art we transcend our limited view, and while I agree that's important and true, it's dicey to put on a character's voice. At the end of the day there's authorial choice, and it's something that's lost when the words hit the page. I come up on this crisis almost every day. Our minds are sadly separate, though we try our best to express it. So I'm a white woman, and I cannot know the horror and violence of a life bought and sold. I don't know how best I can honor the words the people whose stories just haven't been heard. I'll try to relate in what ways that I can, but I will not presume I can quite understand, 'cause I can only speak to what I know. Thank you.
Nessa Grasing. I hope you'll enjoy a short intermission. Those of you here in the room with us, you can visit Jason at the bar. Restrooms are right outside, down and to the left. There's a little crocheted toilet there on the other side to guide you in. Viewers at home, hopefully you know where the restroom is in the place where you're watching. Sign up for the quiz. Check out the artist merch. Learn about Bushwick. More coming up. Thank you.
Now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page. Now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.
I'm alone again, I don't know where I am, cold, tired, and hungry. Though I beg and steal for every meal, at least I've got my feet. Search for a place to hide, glad I'm still alive, but I guess things could be much worse. It's a similar town, and I know the rhyme, but the reason's still obscure. Then I'm off again, another time, another place. Will it be suffering, or the warmth of a familiar face? And I'm still wondering if it's a blessing or it's a curse. All this wandering, when will I wander to her? Another disturbing scene, I've seen it in my dreams, and I've been here nearly 100 times. It's starting to get cold, there's ice on the road, and my mother's eyes look into mine. And though I'd love to kill that drunk behind the wheel before he steals her from my life, I'm forced to hesitate, 'cause I know you can't change fate, and I stand by and watch her die. Then I'm off again, another time, another place. Will it be suffering, or the warmth of a familiar face? And I'm still wondering if it's a blessing or it's a curse. All this wandering, when will I wander to her? Suddenly I'm in the field, my sanctuary and my shield. She comes to me as a little girl. I think about her life ahead, all the waiting, all the dread. Wonder if she chose me or I chose her. Not that we could change anything, time and love are both strange things, and you gotta take what each one of them brings. So I sit and rest a while, bask in her optimistic smile, file away another memory. Then I'm off again, Another time, another place. Will it be suffering? Or the warmth of a familiar face? And I'm still wondering if it's a blessing or it's a curse. All this wandering, when will I wander to her? And we didn't compromise. Built our lives with our eyes open wide without time. On our side. Then I'm off again. Another time, another place. Will it be suffering? Or the warmth of a familiar face? And I'm still wondering if it's a blessing or it's a curse. All this wandering, when will I wander to her?
I lost the plot for a while, couldn't find my story. Whoa. She ran off with a better guy, left me in this pity party spell. Whoa. I know it'd be better if I could act as if I was gonna bounce right back, but I can't. No. I stalked her old haunts every night, hoping she would change her mind, but she didn't. No. What's there to say when a girl don't play her game so fair? Oh. What's there to say when a girl don't play her game so fair? Oh. I lost my head for a while, OD'd on Valium. Ain't that some shit? But I chickened out pretty quick, just like everything. Oh, I must be pretty sick. Then I dropped out of college to pursue some fantasy. I let this girl turn my life around. I was losing it, losing her, losing me. And what's there to say when a girl don't play her game so fair? And what's there to do when you feel you're born to lose? I left my heart in 1979, just in case she would change her mind. And what's there to say when a girl don't play her game so fair? And what's there to do when you feel you're born to lose? And what's there to say when a girl don't play her game so fair? And what's there to do when you feel you're born to lose?
On a branch line siding in the middle of the night, you don't get much more out of the way, and you can never tell just what's inside of the boxcar waiting for its marching orders, like the purgatory of a restless soldier who only ever wanted on for the ride. I remember the sound of the engines humming. I'll be ready for the whistle when the next one comes, and when you play the tape backwards, a train still rolls out of view. I remember each day that each war ended. Remember the lines that we tried to defend, and you can bet your life that I'll always remember you. But that's not enough. It don't make it any better just to know how it ends. We gotta get there together with the good times sweeter, 'cause we rolled around in the rough. I wanna stand on the edge with my hands on the wheel. I want a good backstory and memories I can feel. I wanna cut no corners and hold each moment once. But that's not enough. In a hospital wing on the edge of town, they got bright white lights and bright blue gowns, and there's a story of a lifetime lying in every bed. The tension lingers with a change of plans as you cross your fingers and you wash your hands, and you're hoping just for the chance to do it again. But that's not enough. It don't make it any better just to know how it ends. We gotta get there together with a good time sweeter, 'cause we rolled around in the rough. I wanna stand on the edge with my hands on a wheel. I want a good backstory and memories I can feel. I wanna cut no corners and hold each moment once. But that's not enough. Well, nothing is ever, but the world keeps turning, and they say it turns better. You're asking why, and you're hearing just because. So grant me the calm in the eye of the storm. Grant me the compass to find my way home. Stare me down until I call the bluff. It's still not enough. I dreamed last night I was taken away on a flying ship in the cargo bay by a man who held his eye in the palm of his hand. He saw beyond the break of day, knew that we would be okay, and he asked me if I cared to understand. But that's not enough. It don't make it any better just to know how it ends. We gotta get there together with the good time sweeter, 'cause we rolled around in the rough. I wanna stand on the edge with my hands on a wheel. I want a good backstory and memories I can feel. I wanna cut no corners and hold each moment once. But that's not enough. Don't make it any better just to know how it ends. I gotta live it together with the good time sweeter, 'cause we rolled around in a rough. I wanna stand on the edge with my hands on a wheel. I want a good backstory and memories I can feel. I wanna cut no corners, hold each moment once. Just once. That's not enough.
That's the kind of thing that crazy people say. But I'm not crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe you think that I am singing this to you. That would be crazy. I can see you there listening to me, just waiting to see what's going to happen. Will he go crazy? Maybe it's true. Maybe I've lost it. Maybe it's time for me to take my medicine. Or maybe not. Maybe I like it. Maybe someday you all will hear the things I hear. I hear angels singing here with me, and they want you all to see just what could happen when you go crazy. You'll hear music so beautiful it tears away your soul. You're losing all control, and you will see the world so differently. Hear the world so differently, you'll feel the world so differently. You'll frolic in the sun. Did I mention when I'm done, I'm going to kill you? But don't be scared, it's what you need. I mean, just look at you, you're begging me to do it. Or maybe not. Maybe I've lost it, but it's not paranoia if you're really out to get me. I can see you all there looking right at me. Won't you stop looking at me like I've gone crazy? It's time for your medicine. Oh, that got your attention, but don't you worry. This is best for everybody here. Though I forgot to mention the end of the story.
It's a very simple one. You learn to take your medicine and die, die, die. Don't try to run. You know it's pointless. You cannot escape from me. I will prevail. I'll have your throat. I'll bash your brains in. And when I'm finished, no one will stand in my way. You never had a drop of faith in me. Now it's time for you to see who wields all the power. I told you I'm not crazy. It's time for your medicine.
Mark Twain, don't mean to complain, but I can't get through this page. You don't know how hard I've tried, but I keep on reading and rereading every line. Mark Twain, won't you explain why you wrote in that old English style? 'Cause you're 19th century, they wrote descriptively, and add that to your old English dialect. The equation equals out. I don't know what you are talking about. I don't know what you are talking about. Mark Twain, you're not to blame that your book makes me fall asleep. Shh, I must confess, I flunked the test. Couldn't even stay awake for the book on tape. Mark Twain, thou art lame. I can't help from getting stuck. Don't misunderstand, I'm a real big fan. It's uncommon for me to stop before the end. To finish this book you wrote, I had to read the cliff notes. I had to read the cliff notes. Mark Twain, I still retain the gist of what you're trying to say. Unfortunately, you've inspired me to come clean with honesty. Your books are better set in the Mississippi. Your books are better set in the Mississippi. Hey, hey, hey.
go tumbling, we go falling down, down this rabbit hole. We go seeking, we go looking for home. Home. And my mind, it steps aside as my head, it bends in the wind. I smoke your jokes and I'm laughing like a girl. I go riding on your riddles and your pearls.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page.
Quiz time. Every show since March of 2012 has featured a quiz after intermission. Having read the book will not help you. We do encourage the reading of the book, but it was a common question when we were hustling signups. What are we doing?
Just gonna help you out.
Oh, okay.
There was no
Alicia's got. Yeah, so Executive Director Jeff Larson, everyone. All right. And this is Alicia Baker. Alicia is an essential piece of the production team here, does so many things that we were having a hard time landing on an appropriate title. We're going to get there, though. All right. So if we call your name, come on up and await further instruction. 3 of you will come up. But so we're all on the same page. The low barrier to entry question that got you this far. Which of these rivers plays an important role in the novel? A, Nile. B, Yangtze. C, Mississippi. D, Styx. Anybody? Incorrect. There's one in every spittoon that circles the wrong one. No, the Mississippi River is the correct answer. All right. So if we draw your name, come on up and await further instruction from Alicia here. Contestant the first. Rick W. The hesitation was because this individual is a known quantity. He's been up here before. He plays music with a number of people involved in the organization. I believe one of the... No. Because I believe you were up on stage for Kim Gordon's Girl in a Band, right? Where we had like all-male quiz representation for that. So why not just get it wrong this time too, huh? Okay. Jamie Anderson. No, I'll take your name card. Oh, okay. All right. Yay! All right. Nathaniel H. Ah, yes! He was just talking about he's never been picked, and I talk about all the things people do, like folding corners or like sucking on a cough drop and licking the paper, and like people want up here for the quiz. Okay, excellent. Long name. Excellent. All right. So before I tell you what you're playing, I will tell you what you're playing for. first to 3 correct answers wins. We play till everybody gets there, and you will get your choice of last year's t-shirt. Last year was the band Books season theme, yes. A tote bag, no self-respecting arts nonprofit operates in Seattle without a tote bag. Or a print of last year's season theme. You can exchange that for any print from last year if you want. Also, everyone, once you get to your 3, can also take a book from the member bookshop. Nope, you cannot have the top book. You can take any book except that one. All right. So all of our quizzes are always category A or category B. Something may be related to the book and probably something not. When Bushwick did The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn many, many years ago, the quiz, this was in the very early years of the quiz, was 19th century Mississippi River steamboat or 21st century strip club in Portland. They're all just the something rose, like it was pretty good. But we've grown as an organization. We're a little more nuanced in our programming now. And so tonight, your topic is Mississippi River steamboat or pre-1940s blues musician. All right. Rick, you were picked first. Step on up. David White.
Blues musician.
Incorrect. That was a steamboat that exploded in 1867. Cut. All right. Yes. Okay. Walter Vinson.
Musician.
That's correct. Yeah. Walter Vinson wrote Sitting on Top of the World. All right, Nathaniel. Andy Gibson.
Musician.
Nope. That is a boat that ran in the Mississippi's Minnesota headwaters from 1884 to 1894. Rick. Queen Victoria.
Boat.
Incorrect. Queen Victoria worked with performers ranging from Louis Armstrong to Bob Dylan. Jamie. George Collier.
Musician.
Nope. That boat exploded in 1839. Nettie Johnson.
Musician.
No. That boat was named after the first woman to hold both pilot's and captain's licenses for steamboats on the southern Mississippi. All right. Gladys Bentley.
Musician.
That's correct. Got one. All right. Yeah, Gladys was part of the Harlem Renaissance. All right. Yellowstone.
Boat.
Correct. All right, the Yellowstone was the first powered boat above Council Bluffs, Iowa in 1831. We gotta get you on the board. All right. Red Rover.
Boat.
No. It was a Confederate steamer captured by the Union and refitted as a hospital ship during the Civil War. What? Oh, well then. I must have heard blues. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's just, yeah.
Are you trying to cheat for me? Is this?
No, certainly not. Absolutely. No. All right. Lil Green.
Boat.
No. Mostly Chicago-based blues musician. Oh, this is for the. Yeah, it's a long tradition of Lil. I think this was short for Lillian, actually. Dixie Gray.
Musician.
Correct. All right. Yeah, also known as Kitty Brown. All right, so you get your pick of prizes from Alicia, and then you can also look at the bookshelf, which is always fun when you're doing that and they're still playing. So, okay. All right, I know I mistreated you last time. I apologize. So, Alice Dean.
Musician.
Audience, would you repeat back to me what he said so I'm certain? Yeah, no, that's a boat. There have actually been 2 steamer Alice Deans. All right, Clara Smith.
Can you put it in the form of a question?
Clara Smith is either the name of a Mississippi River steamboat or a pre-1940s blues musician. Incorrect. Clara Smith was known as the Queen of the Moaners. Iron Mountain.
Musician.
Incorrect. Common legend claims that this boat disappeared in 1882. Henry Townsend.
Musician.
That's correct.
Yes!
Also known as Mule. Julia Bell.
Musician.
No. That is a boat currently under restoration in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Kate Adams.
Boat.
That's correct. All right. Built in 1898, was the fastest boat on the river in her time. Nathaniel, it is all you until we get there. All right. Okay. Shirley Griffith.
Musician.
Correct.
Now there's no stakes.
That's right. Yep. Memphis Minnie.
Musician.
That's correct. Fun fact, Del Rey, on the bill tonight, knows Memphis Minnie's work inside and out. Thank you all for playing the Bushwick Quiz. Next up, oh, you're going to need this mic. Hang on. Next up is Cyd Smith. A genre blending songwriter whose songs are a magical concoction of poetry, insight, humor, and brilliant guitar work. Cyd Smith is hard to pin down. You did it pretty well there, though. With her years of performance experience, she can deliver a self-penned song with depth and charm, or give new meaning to a vintage swing standard. Or perhaps she'll get your feet tapping to a ripping guitar arrangement of an old piano rag, or heat up the room with a classic blues ballad. Tonight, however, you will be treated to an original song. Who wrote this? Original song inspired by Percival Everett's James. Cyd has joined us in the past for original music inspired by Moby Dick, Anne of Green Gables, and our partnership with Seattle Arts and Lectures, Cyd Smith.
Hello, thank you. Well, you know, a lot of Enlightenment philosophy shows up in this book with dream appearances by John Locke and Voltaire and some of the characters from Candide. So and of course, the Enlightenment philosophy was really heavily flavored, especially the Declaration of Independence. And so James is rather bemused by sees as a student of irony, he's rather bemused by the language of the Enlightenment, which, among other things, in the American Declaration of Independence, specifically says all men are created equal and are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, yada, yada, yada. And of course, that's not anything like Jim's lived experience. So the big question is, what is a man? What is a human being? I mean, who gets to have these rights? And it's certainly the question of the day, isn't it? And it's interesting because right now, you know, a lot of us white people are used to being the privileged class, you know, where we don't have to worry about that. But right now, they're coming after white people. They just killed a white woman in plain view of everybody. So yeah, you know, who gets to have these rights? So that's my question, the rhetorical question. Well, you can talk about your rights of man, praise your freedoms to the sky, but who gets to decide to whom those rights apply? Who gets to be the master? Who has to be the slave? Who gets to make the rules up about how this game is played? Oh, I mean, who gets to be a human being? Is it the color of my skin, the church I worship in, the nature of my sex makes me worthy of respect? Is it the country of my birth or my personal net worth? Oh, I mean, who gets to be a human being? Well, you can talk about your natural law, your democracy, your city on a heap but is free, except for those that you decide don't quite make the grade, who serve you at your pleasure as you act out your show. Gets to be a human being. Oh, does my DNA require your okay? Must my sexual inclination meet your approbation? Will I be subject to approval? Oh, wait, I'll be subject to removal if I don't meet your approval. Yes, I mean, who gets to be a human being? Oh, I mean, who gets to be a human being? Thank you.
Cyd Smith. You can catch Cyd at her regular Thursday gig at Wits End Bar. It's not every Thursdays, but it's many of them. On Finney Ridge, the next, I believe, is this coming Thursday, January 15th. Also January 29th at the East Side Club in Olympia. I mentioned that Cyd had performed with our partnership with Seattle Arts and Lectures. This is our 11th year partnering with Sal. We're doing all of their poetry series events this year. There are 3 total. The very next one will happen February 5th at Town Hall with the poetry of Asia Monet and music from Amber Flame. That's you. We are in also north of 10 years partnering with the Jack Straw Cultural Center and the Jack Straw Writers Anthology. We're releasing a video episode every 2 weeks of an original song inspired by each of the 12 writers from the 2025 cohort. They just announced 2026. The most recent was episode 7. Another one coming up in a couple of weeks. We have this new series at Kirkland Performance Center. We're partnering with them for 3 events where the author will be on hand. February 12th, Kira Jane Buxton's Hollow Kingdom. I mentioned the narrator of that book is a foul-mouthed crow from my neighborhood. March 25th, Garth Stein, The Art of Racing in the Rain, and also his Cloven series. And June 23rd, Travis Baldry's Legends and Lattes. Again, the authors are on hand for that Q&A, some full band collaboration stuff. That will be lots of fun. And we're going up to Bellingham for Whatcom Reads, March 13th. Their book this year is Solito by Javier Zamora. We had a great time doing that last year. Those are all things we're doing in addition to our monthly main stage shows here, which, by the way, have sliding scale tickets and under 22 are free. And we run an education program. Are you bored yet? Just waiting up here for me to get to you? No. Style songwriting through youth literature education, because we all know everything in education happens in acronym. We go into classrooms and libraries, and we take text students are already reading, and we talk with them about creativity and inspiration, and we help them write songs. These are all things that we are doing in your community. Thank you. This is Chris Poage, a multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, everything who has shared stages around the world with some of his heroes. Currently, Chris is focused on his performance with the genre-bending, high-energy party band Panda Conspiracy. He can also be found online with albums under Chris Poage and Mountains and Tunnels. Chris has been up here in the past for original music inspired by The Devil's Highway, Dune, Sherlock Holmes, How Music Works, Blood Meridian, Bonk, Asimov's Foundation series, and more. Chris Poage.
Thank you, Wes. There's this concept called structural violence that I've been kind of digging into because I had this question that kept coming up. And I was like thinking about how people react when they're pushed into a corner, they're back against the wall, nowhere to go. And what that is when everyday life includes violence and deprivation and terror, it kind of explains why James had to do everything that he did. And it's kind of the umbrella of racism, really. Because crime and escape and running away and murder, it's not a meaningful escalation of risk for James. So he's kind of just in this system, and he's operating within it. And me, as a white man, trying to understand that, completely not coming from that structure, I really felt it was important to dig into it and try to wrap my mind around it a little bit. So another thing is I didn't want to undo the work of Percival Everett with the songs, because I thought, I read Tom Sawyer, and I actually didn't read Huckleberry Finn until after I read James, and it's kind of like I'm still going through it, but I've actually asked a bunch of questions to the internet, wait, what happened in Huckleberry Finn, just to try to compare and contrast a little bit. And obviously, James was given agency to write his own story and to become James from Jim, this sort of anonymous character that kind of floats along as his sidekick for Huck. So my goal was to try to just sort of point out what I could see that would stay in line with the original intention as much as possible. There was a few things that stuck out to me too. It was like Huckleberry Finn, he was definitely anti-slavery, but not really an abolitionist, because he still was confused. There was a moment in the book where he's talking to James and he's explaining how, slavery's awful and it's not fair. And he goes, but here's the differences between white people and black people. And he breaks it down to James, and it's just like, oh, Huck, you're missing the point. You don't quite have it. And I'm sure, that was partially part of the original story and just part of the time. And that was a bit of the the meter was moved. But this was such a cool book to read. I really enjoyed it. And after a lot of deliberation, this is a song I came up with. So I hope you enjoy it. With the book in his hand, he's a competent man. Under the veil of a low-down slave, from the belly of an ox, there's a hairball that talks, revealing wit and humor from his mind. Oh, well, it's coded all his words, subjugating how he's heard to the fragile ears of the enemy. So many stories never get heard. When the broken scale of justice always gets the last word. Understanding how we got here and where we're coming from. Lights a candle in the hallway of what's been done. On the raft at night, always tired but out of sight, through storms and wreckage down the river wild, with the boy who wants him free, confused by what he sees, floating in and out of danger everywhere. Oh, with the howling of the hounds on his trail in every town, freedom starts to feel so out of reach. So many stories will never be heard. The broken scales of justice always getting the last word. Understanding how we got here, where we're coming from. It lights the candle in the hallway of what's been done. Explosions day and night, come a never-ending fight. He must return to set his loved ones free. Strange luck will bring us on to find out they were gone, bought and sold to breed 'em on a farm. To take it one step further, the only option left was murder, to set the field on fire and take his family back. So many stories never get heard. Broken scale of justice always gets the last word. Understanding how we got here and where we're coming from. It lights a candle in the hallway of the horror, in the hallway of the horror of what's been done.
Thank you. Chris Poage. You can catch Chris in performance February 6th at the Mermaid Lounge with checks, notes, me. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay,
I'm looking
good.
forward to that.
Last call for poster bids. Last call for poster bids. If you have a rival in the room, don't let them win. I mentioned a lot of things that we do last break. I want to mention one more, and that is that for every show on our main stage season, Amy Zo makes a custom crossword puzzle. That's right. And you can, oh, there it is. Hi. You can check out the James-themed crossword at the short link up there on the screen or the QR code. Just a little fun little thing that we've done for several seasons now. We are halfway through our 16th Mainstage season. This show is halfway. Our escape plan season. Next month on St. Valentine's Day proper, we will be doing Emily Henry's beach read, Bushwick's first true romance novel. So if you're thinking, I really enjoyed tonight and I would also enjoy something completely different, come for that. Yeah. This is Havilah Rand. Havilah is our first timer tonight. Havilah is an award-winning singer, songwriter, and educator. Her musical journey spans 5 full-length albums over 2 decades, weaving her way through the jazz halls of New York City, the alt-rock venues of post-grunge Seattle, and countless coffee shops and theaters across the U.S. and Europe. She is the founder of Holistic Art Ventures, an organization that uses songwriting as a tool for bolstering empathy, creativity, collaboration, and confidence. Through various songwriting programs, Havilah has written songs with hundreds of children and elders and has even been nominated for the Esme Barrera Music in Education and Activism Award. She recently released several singles from forthcoming album Mountains, due out in summer of 2026. Give a warm first-timer welcome, please, for Havilah Rand.
Thank you so much. What an honor to be here tonight. Yes, I'm an 8th grade language arts teacher at the moment. And there's been a lot of, thank you. Bring it. Oh, yeah. It's a thing. It's hard. I'm tired. Also, I'm 5'3", I'm white, I have brown hair, I'm wearing a paisley brown dress that was a good thrift store find, and some boots that I bought with my new Costco membership. Synchronistically enough, I haven't taught language arts in a long time, and I took some curriculum from a previous teacher, and I've been teaching the Dehumanization Pyramid, Anne Frank's Diary, and Elie Wiesel's Night, which, if you're not familiar, is a memoir of a man who survived the Holocaust. So I've been discussing these themes with 8th graders, and then kind of randomly just was looking more at the calendar when I chose the book and hadn't read the book yet, and then was like, oh my God, this is, wow, really diving deep here. So a lot of those, there's all of these themes, right, that are running through all of these stories. And I'm teaching the kids the difference between topic and theme. And so as I practice that myself with this song, I realized that I think the themes that come up for me in this song is truth and faith. And what it means to constantly be stripping away the layers to find yourself closer and closer to truth, which can be very painful. And alongside all of this, you know, the events of the past few days have been very, again, bringing up these themes of power and truth, and where are our hearts? You know, who are we, and how do we regard each other as humans? And there are 20 monks that are walking across America right now spreading a message of peace, and I bring the kids back to that every day, to those monks and that message of peace, and the thousands of people that are being drawn to them, into that message, and there's maybe a glimmer of hope. So this is called The Innocent Question. Steal away to the river, steal away to the hiding rooms, where is faith when the demons are running straight towards you? Where is God
a child reaching for the blue sky. Where is God? A child hanging from the noose. Why do we do this to each other? Separated by religion, race, and color. Prejudice imprinted on the underbelly of my brain. I walk the talk, practice what I preach, still making that mistake again and again. And I feel the guilt, I feel the fear, and that anger rises up. Too difficult to face that beast. You close your eyes, you keep your mouth shut. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lay down low, you're hiding in the trees from the smoke and idiocracy. Break those chains, bury that snake. Seek the truth and call it out by name. James, oh, weaponizing words. What kind of animals are we that paint the art of language as the enemy? Identity runs deeper than the color of our skin. We're all more than just one story. The good inside our hearts is greater than our sins. Where is God? An innocent question. Where is God? A silent scream. Where is hope? Walk in peace. The light of awareness will bring you to your knees. That light of awareness will wake you from this dream. The light of awareness will set us free. Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Havilah Rand, welcome to the club. That club is over 400 people big now. We count. Last year was the 15th anniversary season. We counted up over 400 different individuals have performed in one capacity or another for Bushwick Book Club Seattle since 2010, and we are happy to see that number keep growing. Before we get to our last song, I want to do some thank yous. Cameron Newell's running sound for us in the room tonight. Dylan Randolph is our live stream tech. Trina Wright has been running lights. Season graphic design from Barbie Statman. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle theme song written and performed by Julia Massey. The Bushwick Book Club premise comes courtesy of Susan Wong. The Bushwick production team is Jeff Larson, who's double duty stagehanding tonight, executive director. Carrie Garvin, Drea Maryland, program manager, also pushing buttons, running slides. Emily Persia, Alicia Baker, Wes Waddell. Kevin O is our photographer. Well, thanks to Jason, Pepe, and Nat from Hugo House. Check out their full lineup of classes and offerings. It is wonderful that an arts organization like them persists right here in the heart of Capitol Hill. And thank you all again for being here in the room or tuning in. This is Reggie Garrett.
Check, check.
Currently half of the Reggie Garrett and Christine Gunn acoustic duo, founder of Reggie Garrett and the Snake Oil Peddlers, trio and quartet. the man coming to the stage now, he's already here, has written and performed too many Bushwick songs to mention. His 2023 release, York's Lament and Other Stories, made it to number 5 on the national NACC folk radio charts, with the song Stagecoach Mary hitting number 12, and So Far Away, which came from the partnership of Bushwick and Seattle Arts and Lectures, reaching number 3. Fun fact, the first live music I ever attended as a resident of Seattle when I moved here in the fall of 1998 was Reggie Garrett at the UW in the Hub. I was eating my lunch, and I got an extra treat. Reggie has joined us in the past for original music inspired by Parable of the Sower, Parable of the Talents, Persepolis, Animal, Vegetable, Miracle, Blue Highways, Mouse, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, The Secret Chord, Dune, Before the Wind, Slaughterhouse 5, Where the Elephants Dance, Ghost Boys, Americana, Another Country, The Vanishing Half, Exhalation, Educated, Sabora, Me, Blood Song, and assorted others. Please give it up for Reggie Garrett.
I liked Huckleberry Finn. I thought that it was a great novel, and over the years I've sort of defended it against all kinds of attacks and accusations. I really think it's required reading, but probably not as young as they have most people read it. Anyway, when I read James, it instantly went on the list of one of my favorite novels of all time. When I read the first page, I thought, oh my God, I know this. And I just dove right in and devoured the thing. When I wrote this, I kind of had a rough time figuring out where to go with it. But what I thought was I had a couple of other projects I've been working on about little known, unknown black people in the history of this country who should be better known. And I'd been working on a couple of different songs, but when I wrote this, it's like it kind of clicked, and I thought, why don't I just roll those all into the thing? So this starts with James, and it moves on into the future to William Granville, better known as, well, at least on the highway sign, Negro Bill. But I told my wife, and I'm pretty sure that's not what they called him back in the day. It moves from there to a lawyer, a black lawyer whose name I can't remember at the moment, who gave an eyewitness account of the Tulsa massacre, and then just on from there. So it expands and sweeps. But before I start the song, I'd like to do a short poem just to set the stage. All human things are subject to decay, and when fate summons, monarchs must obey. This Flecknoe found, who like Augustus Young was summoned to empire and had governed long in prose and verse, was owned without dispute through all the realms of nonsense. Absolute, this age Reggie, there's white people here? Oh, I'm sorry. I was having a nightmare. You know, people speak in tongues and things like that. I want to shut up and play my song. Well, they say the time is right for running. They say it's time for me to flee. And they say it's time to put that one away. Well, they wanna close the book. Oh, they wanna close the book on me. And they fought a war to save the Union, a war for me to be free. But the folks around here, how they wanna chain me away, well, they wanna lock the door. Oh, they wanna lock the door on me. Fade away. I found myself way out in Utah. There's a canyon out that way. Oh, it still bears my name. Me and my friend, we ran our cattle on that land till they tried to throw the book. Oh, they wanna throw the book at me. Well, I had to leave in a hurry. Oh, I had to run and leave it all behind. Guess that was just too much good land for a man as dark as me. Well, they wanna write the rules. Oh, they wanna write the rules for me. But I won't fade away. I won't fade away. I won't fade away. I won't fade away. Now I'm stepping down the street, Greenwood, okay, so many souls all around, just like me. Some say they stole this land from those Indian folks. Well, they got pushed around. Oh, they got pushed around like me. Next thing I know, they're raining death from the sky and gunning folks down right where they stand. Too many times, oh, I've seen it in my life where they wanna cleanse the land. Oh, they wanna cleanse the land of me. But I won't fade away. I won't fade away. I won't fade away. I won't fade away. Still I climb the side of this mountain so steep, so many obstacles thrown in my way. It seems that hatred has never died away. Well, they wanna close the book and lock the door. They wanna throw the book and write the rules. They wanna cleanse the land and purify this world. Or they wanna make a world without me. But I won't fade away. 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 Thanks a lot, y'all. Thank you.
Reggie Garrett. And please keep that going for everybody we heard from tonight. Vince Martinez, Del Rey, Amy Laybourn, Amber Flame, Nessa Grasing, Cyd Smith, Chris Poage, Havilah Rand, and Reggie Garrett. Reddy Carrow, you have won a poster. Thank you for that. See us for that afterward. We will see y'all back here on St. Hallmark's Day, February 14th for original music inspired by Emily Henry's Beach Read. And then the February 14th and March 14th will be our members-only show of original music inspired by Where the Wild Things Are. Take care, be kind, members. Come get a book. Thanks.
Now translate